Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are back reacting to another episode of The Queen's Gambit. This is the second to last episode of the series, so things are probably gonna start ramping up soon, both in terms of just like excitement in who Beth is playing, and also probably in like the downward spiral of her drug addiction and chess addiction and things like that. What happened last time on the Queen's Gambit? So last time on the Queen's Gambit, Beth was coming home from Mexico after her mom died, and she was able to reconnect with an old opponent, Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter, Harry Beltic, and they had an interesting connection. So he was like in love with her, I guess. And was waiting for her to come back so that he could like at least maybe like ask her out or be like, hey, under the pretenses of chess, he wanted to see her again. And she needed something to fill the hole in her life that had just been recently made because of her mom. And so she was like, move in with me. We can talk about chess and stuff. And then they bang. And he's clearly into her, but I think he realizes that she doesn't feel the same. So he's like, all right, I have to leave. Like, I cannot be here. Which, smart decision for him. So then she goes to play in the U.S. Championships at a local, or not a local college, but a college. And she meets Benny Watts, good old Jojen Reed. And she ends up beating him, which is nice. And then, but because she won that, she's going to be invited to, I think they said Munich, not Munich, Moscow. I don't know why I confused those two places. She's going to be invited to Moscow to play some of the top Russians. And in order to do that, she's going to need more training. So Benny invites her to go to New York with him, and sleep on his floor. And that is, I believe, where we left off. So I think she's going to be at least maybe spending a little bit of time in New York in this episode. I'm not sure. She might go other places. She's kind of like a jet setter. She's just traveling all over the world. No big deal. People are still mad at me because I don't know a ton about chess. I've been watching a few chess related videos lately to kind of like gain basic knowledge of what is happening. I still don't know a ton though, so I'm sorry. But I'm still excited and I really still like this show. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video and please consider subscribing. That means so much to me, helps the channel out a lot. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, head down to my Patreon, linked below. If you want to support me there, that would be awesome. Other than that, let's jump into this episode. Here we go.
Men are gonna come along and want to teach you things. Doesn't make them any smarter. Most ways are not. But it makes them feel bigger.
This is literally what just happened in her last episode. She got taught some chess.
You just let
Wow. They're friends.
Pawn to king 4.
Pawn to queen, bishop 4.
And to kb3.
Pawn to queen 3.
P to q4.
Pawn takes pawn.
Knight takes.
Knight. King, bishop 3.
And to qb3.
Pawn to king's knight 3.
Just playing in their heads with a board. That's actually really cool.
Never liked it. The weather is hot today.
Wow, they're just like, they're having a very productive road trip. Dang, he's got a nice place. I think. That looks nice from the outside. My knee itches, sorry. Sorry, that was weird. My knee itched really bad.
Not that one.
Oh, downstairs. Maybe it's not as nice as I thought it was.
What?
It's his murder dungeon. You're invited. She's like, what is this place? He lives here? Or is this just his... Oh, no, he lives there. That's his room. Okay, interesting. It's definitely just a basement that he crafted into a little room for himself. Okay, so maybe that's why he likes to interview with people and make himself look cool, because he's not super thrilled with his actual life. He's a lot less cool in real life than he is as an image of himself.
There's space in the closet. Pump it up.
That's so awkward.
it.
Really? Sure? Gonna be all right?
Sure.
Well, this is New York. He probably spends more money on this little rinky-dink basement apartment than she spends on her house in Kentucky. So,
But that's who you are. You're bored with ordinary chess, even when it's played by grandmasters.
she wants exciting chess.
Look at this. Fine, missed one. Look, ready? Black has this with the knight.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's making stuff up herself. Ooh, hand on the shoulder. You best watch that.
Anything like what I make. I wonder who that could be.
Borgov! He's here! Benny and Men.
Come on in. Come on in. Beth Harmon, this is Hilton Wexler and Grand Master Arthur Levertov.
Can you understand?
I'm Cleo.
Hey,
Patra?
Do you do problems?
Cleopatra?
Never.
I always found the
How does white win in 3?
king to queen 7.
Jesus. That's fast.
Drink.
Arthur and Hilton were having a violent argument over a chessboard, and I became mesmerized by their passion. That's how they tell it, anyway.
How did it actually
The truth
happen?
is, Benny was there, and I became mesmerized by Benny. Over and done.
What do you do?
Yes. You could never be a model.
Rude.
You are pretty enough, but you are much too smart. Models are empty creatures. Their camera lens fills them with color and texture, and once in a while even mystery.
Interesting.
Just like there is no mystery to a vacant lot, it is just there until you put something interesting on top of it. Models are the same. They are just...
I'm sure there are plenty of smart models.
You know, most are terrible in bed.
Why are they looking at her like that?
What?
You have vultures?
Let's do a simultaneous. You play all of us.
I'll bet you 10 on each of them, too.
Okay? It's your money.
It will be.
Savage. Oh, man. That's actually pretty exciting. She's playing all 3 of them in speed chess. That's gotta be so difficult. 2 down. She just keeps getting better. She's like Frieza. She's like, this isn't even my final form. She just keeps leveling up at chess.
Let's do it again.
She's gonna be playing all 4 of those Russian guys in speed chess and beating them all by the end of the series. You know, once she got over her not wanting to study books thing, I think she just keeps getting better. Because she's already played the winning formula, so it's a lot easier for her to improvise.
Again.
Oh, this is revenge. This is revenge for when he did this to her. Yeah. I like Cleo. She's nice.
Such a pleasure, dude.
I myself am not.
Dang it. He did say sex was off of the table.
Night.
Wait, hey.
Never mind. Huh?
Yes.
Do you still like my hair?
Yes? Well, there you go. The smash train
That's what it's supposed to feel like.
has entered the station. Turns out he's pretty good. In bed, I guess.
Miss Harmon, what do you say to those in the Chess Federation who accuse you of being too glamorous to be a serious chess player?
Too glamorous.
I would say that it's much easier to play chess without the burden of an Adam's apple.
Oh, snap.
How are you feeling about your match?
I'm very well rested. At night, I stay in my
You're
room
still gonna
and
be
study
late
for
for your
myself.
game, though.
Including the one against you in Mexico City?
No, not that one.
I saw Bina. Eto.
La partie est limitée à 40 coups et 2h30 de jeu. Des questions?
40 moves and 2.5. So,
Alors bonne chance.
in previous games when she was beating people in like 30 moves, when she was beating people in 30 moves and it was like fast or whatever, or like good, now the limit is 40? I feel like that's kind of intense. Then you have to make sure each of your moves is like real, like legit. I think I'm describing what I'm thinking, right? Can't even talk. Like each of your moves have a little bit more weight to them. Yeah, dude. He's my third favorite character on the show now. He just seems so nice and happy to get an autograph. Number one character on the show, still that little Russian boy. She wins, and he did put his thing down. Benny lied. Oh, I now understand what that big board is for. It's for people that aren't sitting super close. I just thought, like, you're sitting in the way back. How are you supposed to see them moving the pieces? That's what that big board is for. So the guy watching them moves the pieces, and then you can watch that board from afar.
Tastes like licorice.
Gross.
I like it.
Licorice isn't bad, but things that taste like licorice are gross.
Elle était pied-à-terre en rue de Capucine dans le boulevard Raspail.
That's not one drink.
I can live wherever I want.
Elizabeth Harmon.
Much sooner than that. Do you like to fuck?
Clear.
What? I'll make it easier for you. Did you like to fuck Benny?
How does she know?
How romantic. And have you ever been in love?
No.
Not with Benny.
Of course not. A woman can compete with Benny's love for himself.
Accurate.
What's his name?
Towns?
Towns.
What? Really?
To unrequited love. And to stupid men.
Is Towns bi? Or is he just like full gay? I don't want to be insensitive, but I'm not quite sure where he lands on the spectrum of 1 trillion% straight or 1 trillion% the opposite. Where is he in between, I guess, is what I'm wondering. Like, is there a possibility that she could be with him? Or does he not? Is that avenue blocked off for him? Who you is? It is Cleo. I'm a genius. She's flustered. I don't think it's gonna work out well in this game for her. something tells me she loses again and then has to beat him in the next episode. He's like a robot. He looks like the Terminator just staring back at her. She's drinking so much water. She's gonna run out of time. What was that move for? This is like it's like horror movie music. Just daunting. Oh, don't cry in front of him.
I resign. Benny, I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to do.
That's exactly why you should not be alone. Those are the type of things that people say before they like end their lives. Like, someone needs to be with her to, you know, walk her through these emotions, at least for a little bit.
Can't you even look at me?
Well, let me guess. Whatever was in Colorado didn't work
You
out, and now
adopted
he
me.
wants to
Can't you
come
talk
back.
to me?
Alma wanted a child.
You signed the papers. You took on a responsibility.
Alma wanted to adopt you, not me. The money in this house is mine. No smart-ass orphan's gonna take it away from me.
No, I'm not an orphan. I'm your daughter.
Not in my backyard.
Well, in the law,
lawyer says.
you are.
What Alma said.
Alma was not pathetic. She was stuck. There's a difference. She didn't know how to get out of it. Pathetic? Well,
Look in the mirror, pal.
I'm looking at pathetic.
Dear Miss Harmon, as we have been unable to reach you by telephone, we are writing to determine your interest in the support of Christian Crusade in your forthcoming competition in the USSR. Christian Crusade is a non-profit
Crew?
organization dedicated to the opening of closed doors to the
No
message
way.
of Christ. We have found your career as a trainee.
There's no way.
in the Thune home.
Bruh. She's gonna go
If you are interested
sponsor
in support,
Crew
please
in Russia.
contact offices in Houston.
That's legit. It's essentially
Take the money.
Campus Crusade for Christ. It's a on-campus ministry. Renamed to Crew at some point. I worked for Crew. Crew is dope, man. I love it.
Would you care for a cocktail?
No.
No, Coke is fine.
Damn right. Yes.
Actually,
She's kicking the habits. Never mind.
I'll have a Gibson
Dang it. I
on the rocks.
spoke too soon. She isn't that what her mom got the time they came here? If I remember correctly. I think she got a Gibson.
I remember Big Joe Turner, what he sounds like when he sings.
Is she gonna drink the Gibson, or is she just gonna let it sit there in like remembrance? Well, I think she drank it. Smash the trophies. I'm your fire to desire. The song for the hair commercials. Oh, gross. Don't puke in your cup. Pour your beer into one of your trophies and drink from there. That's so much. Bruh. She's a straight up, like, chronic alcoholic. Her life is falling apart. Ooh. Ow. That's not good. Hey!
I was your first official win.
Yeah.
I cleaned my clock. And that meant something to me. You know? That it was possible. For us. I heard you were gonna be here. So I came down for the weekend to thank you in person.
Wow, that's actually really sweet. Turns out she's not the person you thought she was. Never meet your idols, I guess.
I'm worried about you. You need help. My dad drank.
Oh, he
He
recognizes it.
wasn't mean or anything. He just got quiet and fell asleep in his clothes.
Okay.
You smell just like he did. Your eyes are just like his eyes. I'm worried about you.
Sounds more like you're feeling a little sorry for me.
I didn't say that.
And I'm not the one that's supposed to be in college, not working in a supermarket.
I'm doing both. You know what? Yeah, I like working there. It's a good job and the people are nice. Good luck, Beth.
Damn. This is a real, like, come to Jesus moment for her. With this weird under eye makeup. Yo, she straight up ditched. She promised to be at this place and straight up is not gonna follow through on that. Is this Towns or is this Benny? Which one of her boyfriends is gonna show up?
Oh, damn it! Harry!
It's not Harry.
Oh, I told you to leave me alone!
Oh!
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's her friend from the orphanage.
What the hell are you?
Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, end of the episode. What a cliffhanger. Jolene will put her in her place. I think Jolene's like the perfect one to put her back in her place. Okay, so this episode was another good one, but it was definitely a wild ride in the journey of Beth's sobriety. So we start off with her having just a fun road trip to New York with Benny Boy. You know, she's put some of her losses behind her, both in terms of chess and her mother. Well, not completely behind her, I guess, but so she's focusing on some more positive things. She's looking forward, you know, towards the future, and, you know, having a good time with Benny in his apartment, learning chess, you know, playing chess, hanging out, being friends. Slowly, I think, developing feelings for each other, possibly, or at least Benny is developing feelings for her. She beats Benny and his two friends in speed chess at the same time, which is very impressive. I don't think I could beat anyone ever in speed chess one-on-one. So, you know, props to her. And the whole time she's sober because he doesn't have any alcohol there. So she's sober and she's doing well, and things seem to be going great. And then they have sex, and then she's upset after because he's talking about chess.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri? That's such a... Oh, man. Siri just goes, having trouble hearing you. Sorry, Siri. God. So they, like I was saying, they have sex, and she's mad because he's talking about chess. And, you know, because obviously that's what you do when you're after coitus, you talk about chess. Everyone does that, right? But yeah, so she goes to Paris, which is the opening of episode 1 is in Paris. So I thought maybe this would be the match that she beats him, but obviously not. She probably beats him next episode. And freaking Cleo, she's doing so good, and then Cleo's like, come have a drink with me downstairs, and she has like 5 drinks with her, and then sleeps with her, and is late for her match, and hungover, so she's not prepared, and then she just gets cooked by Borgoff again. He beats her, probably fairly easily. She's pounding water the whole time, she's nervous, she resigns, flies back, and just her life like falls apart. Like just rough stuff. The husband that had left, he decided that he wanted to come back. So probably whatever was going on in Colorado whatever scheme he was involved with probably didn't work out, and he was probably down on his luck a little bit. So he's like, oh, I'll just come back. I own a house there. Like he's like, you're not gonna, some little dumb orphan's not gonna cheat me out of this money. And it's like, yo, brother, you adopted her. She's legally your daughter. Like, you can't, he sucks so much. And then she starts some positive stuff. You know, she's taking ownership of her life and the house, and you know, she's kind of cleaning house, is I guess the appropriate phrase for this, because she's just taking everything out, replacing it with like her own stuff, positive things, and things are going good. She's studying chess. She's seemingly getting ready to go to this big tournament. And then she goes out to dinner at I think it's the restaurant one. I think that her and her mom went to this restaurant earlier in the season, I believe, and her mom got a Gibson on the rocks, if I remember correctly. So she orders that and then comes home just plastered, and then just has a big episode, just spirals out of control, is buying wine from the wine store constantly. There's tons of bottles. She's like falling over drunk in the middle of the yard, like just rough stuff. And Harry comes by and he's like, yo, what's up with you, girl? Like, I heard you were drunk at the tournament, you know, you're drunk at the supermarket. Like, what is going on here? And then she goes to this tournament that she's supposed to be there for photo ops, and this girl, the girl that she beat in her first tournament, comes up and is like, hey, I just want to thank you for being an inspiration to women, and to me specifically, showing like, hey, I can do whatever I want, you know, like I don't have to think less of myself and think that this area, this chess game is not meant for me. Like, she allowed her to feel confident that, you know, women can have a place in this world, the world of chess specifically, and the rest of the world too. But she was talking specifically chess, I believe, in this part. And that makes Beth feel even worse, because she's like, okay, this girl's looking up to me, thanking me for being an inspiration to her. She doesn't know my life is falling apart. Like, those are the things that upsets you. It's like when your mom's like, oh, I'm so proud of you, telling other people she's proud of you, and you're inside, you're like, dude, I'm a mess. I don't know why you're proud of me. You just get mad. So she gets mad, and then she goes outside to smoke, and freaking Harry Beltic's there. And he's like, yo, I recognize what an alcoholic looks like. Not just a regular alcoholic, but a heavy, deep alcoholic, and you are that. Like, you're not in a good spot. And then she bails. She just doesn't even take the pictures for this tournament. Like, she's in a deep, you know, her life is really falling apart. And then she goes back home and gets drunk again. And then, you know, there's a knock at the door. I thought it was maybe Benny Watts, because he's got them skinny legs. But no, it's Jolene. Jolene is here. She's here to put you back upon your feet. I think Jolene is actually the perfect person to show up right now, because it'll take her back to the time before she was this like celebrity and this drunken mess. But also, if you remember, when Beth was like addicted to these pain pills in the orphanage, Jolene was the one that was like, yo, you gotta quit. Like, that's gonna mess you up. So she was the one that like recognized that within her, and I think she could be a positive, like blunt force to Beth's addictive, horrible habits, and kind of put her back up on the right path, a positive path going forward. I think that'll be really, really nice. Next episode's called Endgame. It's the finale. Yeah, so yeah, I think Jolene's the perfect one to be there. I think she's gonna have to, when she gets there, she's gonna have to think about not just like what's currently happening, but she's gonna be brought back to when she was an orphan. She's gonna be brought back to, you know, when she first became an orphan, and then the years that she spent there, and then, you know, once, because they took away those pills, so she probably spent quite a bit of time in this orphanage not on pills. So she's going to be reminded of how life can be when she's not, you know, coked out. I mean, she's not on coke, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I think she's going to have to reevaluate what's important to her, whether that be chess or towns or, you know, who the people that are in her life. Like what does she want going forward, that isn't going to tear her life apart? I don't know. I'm excited. This is such a good show. I love this show a lot. This is probably one of the best shows of the year, other than like this and The Mandalorian. They're good for two very different reasons. Like this is just high drama, like intricate storytelling, with some real smart dialogue and story play and all that. And then The Mandalorian's just pure nerd love and fandom. But no, The Queen's Gambit is an excellent show. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this episode is coming out a little bit late. I'm watching this at like 5 p.m. on Saturday because I just started back at work because we were shut down for a month. And now we're back up, so I have slightly less time. And I have to watch the episodes after work instead of, you know, during the day. So this might be up at like 9-10 p.m. Saturday night. Sorry about that. Hopefully I can get it up ASAP, because it's always a bummer when I can't get it up at a reasonable time. Yeah, I don't know. What did you think about this episode? What do you think about Beth's downward spiral? If you or anyone you know like has a family member or themselves were an alcoholic, like how are you recognizing some of those things in Beth? Like what would you suggest that she do? Yeah, what did you think of this episode overall? Let me know down below. Yeah, thanks for being here. If you liked this video or my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That helps the channel out a ton. If you didn't like it, dislike it. I guess. Hopefully you don't dislike it, but you know, if that's your prerogative, go ahead. If you want to see more reactions from me, including the finale for Queen's Gambit next week, subscribe. Hopefully you stick around for other things that I'm watching as well. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, head down to my Patreon. It's linked in the description. But otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.